Being a goalkeeper is rough. If you help your team to victory, you might earn some short-term praise, but if you cost the team the victory, you could earn yourself a lifetime of trauma. Goalkeepers play one of the most critical roles on the pitch. A single save can determine the outcome of a match, and a dependable goalkeeper can inspire confidence across the team, influencing the rhythm and outcome of the game. While forwards and midfielders may start to decline in their early 30s, many goalkeepers continue to perform at the highest level into their late 30s and even early 40s. Experience, composure, and tactical understanding often outweigh raw athleticism in goalkeeping, allowing veterans to stay competitive. In moments of high tension, like penalty shootouts, the goalkeeper has a chance to become the hero. These are moments that define matches and careers. A single save can elevate a goalkeeper's status instantly, turning them into a club legend or national icon.
David De Gea could save the Titanic.
But that's pretty much where the benefits end. Perhaps the biggest drawback of being a goalkeeper is the immense pressure. One mistake can undo 89 minutes of perfect play. A single misjudgment, dropped ball, or poor positioning can result in a goal, and by extension, the team's defeat. The margin for error is razor thin, and mistakes are often amplified by media, fans, and teammates, especially in the social media age.
And De Gea, I wouldn't even let him on the bus after the match. I get a taxi back to Manchester.
And it's not just their hands they have to worry about. The introduction of the back pass law in 1992 changed everything. Saving shots and claiming crosses was no longer enough. Now goalkeepers were expected to deal with passes to their feet from panicked defenders. Progressive managers want goalkeepers to receive the ball in their 6-yard box and play through the lines. As a pack of on-rushing attackers zero in, goalkeepers, unlike other players, have only 180 degrees of space to play in. They can't receive a pass, turn out and play backwards to another teammate.
The position became much more complex. If you're looking at goalkeepers like Manuel Neuer or Ter Stegen from Barcelona, which are such unbelievable good football players with their leg, they are probably have the same level as a decent first or second division player in England or in Germany, just simply with their feet.
Delivering on all these responsibilities can weigh heavy. The very best thrive, embracing the pressure as a privilege. The rest, including some of the most talented goalkeepers in the game, retreat into survival mode. The aftermath of a goalkeeping error can be traumatic because it tends to lead to a goal, invoking a strong emotional response. But there's no time for analysis mid-game right after a mistake. Goalkeepers have to shake it off and refocus, which is easier said than done when you're isolated and within touching distance of an agitated crowd. While forwards and midfielders often receive praise for scoring and creating goals, goalkeepers are typically noticed only when something goes wrong. Routine saves are expected, not applauded. The lack of consistent recognition can be demoralizing, especially given the demands of the position.
You either have it or you don't. A majority of people like the glory of scoring goals and being the main focus of attention, whereas as goalkeepers we're different. I get a kick out of stopping the goals, denying a striker from scoring a great goal and seeing the look on his face when he's devastated, the crowd being disappointed that the goal wasn't scored.
Goalkeepers can go long stretches without touching the ball. In matches where their team dominates possession, they may stand relatively idle, exposed to the elements and forced to stay mentally engaged without any physical involvement. This isolation can be difficult, particularly in cold or rainy weather, and requires exceptional focus.
You are underneath your crossbar in between your posts, which is a massive area anyway. People don't realise it's 8 yards wide and it's 8 foot high, and it's a chasm. It's not just a big area, it's a chasm. And you are very capable of falling off at any opportunity.
An outfield player who makes a mistake, such as losing possession or missing a shot, can often redeem themselves during the game by assisting or scoring. A goalkeeper, on the other hand, may have few opportunities to make up for an error. If a mistake leads to a goal, they may spend the rest of the match with that weight on their shoulders, unable to alter the result. If you do make a big mistake, there is a good chance you'll find yourself on the bench for the next game. Talented goalkeepers can find themselves on the bench for long periods, especially at top clubs with established number ones. Unlike midfielders or forwards, rotation is far less common for goalkeepers, and your closest teammate is also your closest rival. If another goalkeeper played, I wanted them to get pumped. That was the sentiment of former Everton goalkeeper Tim Howard. If I was on the bench and the camera flashed to me, I'd clap, but I couldn't care less. I wanted the team to get beat, because it was the only way I could get my position back. Even if you do make it to the top as a goalkeeper like Gianluigi Buffon, Manuel Neuer, or Thibaut Courtois, don't expect to earn the top awards. The last and only time a goalkeeper won the Ballon d'Or was the USSR's Lev Yashin in 1963. Why is that the case? Well, people watch football for the goals, something the keeper is there to prevent. So there's a natural bias towards attacking players, even if the goalkeeper was objectively more important to the team. It's a low-glory, high-risk position, there are no goals, assists or hat-tricks. There are only clean sheets, and even those are a team stat and aren't celebrated like a goal. But again, that's just the life of a goalkeeper. Thanks for watching.